Hi, Mr. Corsi here. An inequation to solve. Let's start out by getting rid of these brackets. 3x is less than 6 lots of x minus 6. I've got 6 lots of x, 6 lots of the negative 1, negative 6. And the minus 12. Minus 12 doesn't come under the influence of this 6 times. It's not attached to these brackets. It's just a minus 12 at the end. So let's simplify the right-hand side. 6x. And negative 6 minus 12. Think of your number line. If you're at negative 6 and you go to the left 12, you'll end up at negative 18. Now, several ways of approaching this. We could get the x's on the right and numbers on the left, or x's on the left, numbers on the right. But what action will we take? Let's do the x terms on the left. We get rid of this. The action on the right hand side, we're taking away 6x. So we're taking away 6x, and that will still be less than that. If this is less than this, do the same thing to both sides. This will still be less than this. 3x minus 6x is negative 3x. The 6x has disappeared and we're left with negative 18. Now this is an inequation. We would now say, how do we get rid of this negative 3 times x? We do the opposite of multiplying by negative 3. We would be dividing by negative 3, both sides. Now there is a danger when we divide both sides by a negative number. For instance, we know that 2 is less than 4. If we divide both sides by negative 2, on the left, we're getting a negative 1. On the right, we're getting a negative 2. And if you think of your number line, negative 1 is to the right of negative 2. Negative 1 is greater than negative 2. So we have to turn this inequality sign round when we divide by a negative number. So that's what goes on here. What are we left with? Well, the negative 3 disappears. That's why we're dividing by negative 3. So we just get x. We must remember to turn that round. Negative 18 divided by negative 3. A negative divided by a negative gives us positive. And 3 into 18 goes 6. So we get x being greater than 6. Now there is an alternative way to do this, to solve this inequation, and that's at this stage to add 18 to both sides. And this time I'm trying to get the numbers on the left and the letters on the right. So this would be 3x plus 18 less than 6x, and that negative 18 disappears. We now try and get rid of this 3x on the left, so that would involve taking 3x from both sides. That leaves us 18 on the left, wrong colour, 18 on the left, less than 6x minus 3x is 3x. And at this stage we would divide both sides by 3, positive 3. And if you're dividing an inequality by an inequation by a positive number, this sign just remains the same. So 3 into 18 goes 6, less than a third of 3x is 1x. That's why we divided by 3 to get rid of this 3. So 6 is less than x. The normal way of writing that would be to say, well, if 6 is less than possible values of x, then the possible values of x must be greater than 6, which is what we have over here. So this second method avoided dividing by a negative number and remembering to swap the inequality sign round. So either way, x is greater than 6. So that's Mr. Carsey signing out, and thanks for watching this video.